So what is Code of Practice 8? Code of Practice 8 is for cases other than suspected serious fraud. Or at least that's what, when a COP8 is issued, they are suspecting that there isn't fraud involved. They're normally reserved for technical investigations. They'll be undertaken by, for example, counter avoidance as opposed to fraud investigation service. They'll be on points of law, technical issues, maybe an offshore structure, a complicated area of tax law that could have one impact or the other impact depending on specific factors relating to that area of law and the operation of the structure. It could be, for example, an avoidance scheme that's been implemented, that HMRC are trying to understand the intricacies of that scheme in order to disprove it, whether it works or otherwise. Therefore, you should expect with a Code of Practice 8 inquiry for the questions to be coming out of it quite specific to the area that's being looked at, as opposed to a general phishing sort of exercise. Code of Practice 8 can happen over a number of areas. I did mention offshore structures earlier, but it can also happen on national minimum wage, pension arrangements, avoidance schemes where funds are taken out of companies, for example, by way of remuneration, has been quite popular over the last decade or so, but also on things like company reorganisations, valuations, EMI share schemes, all the technical areas of law that can be challenged. As I said, it should be undertaken by another department of HMRC other than Fraud Investigation Service. By Fraud Investigation Service, by its very nature of its title, look at fraud. So if you've got a Code of Practice 8 issued by a Fraud Investigation Service, then you might actually be predicting that that could change to a Code of Practice 9. That's where they suspect serious fraud. So it's just to have some headlines there to give consideration for at the outset. It's often wise, even with Code of Practice 8, to seek specialist advice and make sure that your specialist advisor is not only familiar with Code of Practice 8 and managing HMRC investigations, inquiries, because they are serious and they can progress to Code of Practice 9, but also is competent in the area that is being looked at, the technical investigation, the point of law.